Okay, let's unpack this. I mean, imagine hearing about a massive financial hit, right, in New York City, millions gone, and it all happened in just, what, a few days?
Yeah, it's pretty startling.
That's exactly what went down this past July. A really swift operation siphoned off an estimated $17 million. Very, very fast. It really makes you stop and, well, think.
It really does. And what's striking to me isn't just the amount, though that's huge, but the sheer speed of it all.
Right.
And as we kind of dig into the nuts and bolts of this street-level fraud, our source material, interestingly, hints at something much bigger, something maybe more sophisticated, echoing in the digital world.
And that's really our mission for this deep dive, isn't it? We're going to look at what happened with these ATMs, who was targeted, this supposed social media link. But maybe more importantly, we want to explore what this whole incident might tell us about, well, vulnerabilities in our digital lives, how technology and information get presented to us sometimes.
Exactly. It's a fascinating, maybe slightly unsettling look at trust and, well, deception.
So let's start with the hard facts, the numbers.
Yeah.
This New York operation, we're talking, like I said, about $17 million estimated.
Yeah, estimated. Across all 5 boroughs.
All 5. And the speed, again, it's just wow. It apparently kicked off July 11th.
And was stopped by the 14th.
Just a handful of days.
Mm-hmm.
For that much money to vanish, how's that even possible? What allowed that kind of timeline?
Well, that speed, it really points to a major vulnerability, doesn't it?
It has to.
And the scam specifically went after about 30,000 city-issued youth jobs program cards. Now, these were given to young people, often unbanked.
Right, the 14 to 24 age group.
Exactly, part of a city employment program. So, these cards were meant to be sort of a first step, right? Financial independence, wages earned.
Yeah, positive thing.
A very positive thing. And suddenly, they become these tools for massive theft, hitting a group that's already, pretty vulnerable.
And the amounts taken from individual ATMs were just, well, staggering. Yeah, reports are saying anywhere from, what, $10,000 up to $40,000 per machine?
Per machine, yeah. And there was one report, allegedly, of $43,000 from a single ATM in one go.
Good grief. It just shows the boldness of it all.
Now, city officials, they've confirmed no direct taxpayer funds were lost, which is, some relief.
Okay, that's something.
But who's responsible for that missing $17 million that's still being investigated? It's really not clear how the exploit worked, how they got around withdrawal limits, or who actually coordinated this whole network of people hitting the ATMs.
So lots of unanswered questions there.
Big questions, especially around the access, how they compromise those cards or the system. It suggests something pretty sophisticated behind it all.
Okay, this is where it gets even more interesting, I think. There seems to be this digital angle emerging. Our sources point towards a connection, maybe a disturbing one, to TikTok. Apparently, videos were circulating that might have, well, fueled this, maybe showing people how to do it or encouraging them.
It's a really potent example of how fast things can spread online, right? Information, or in this case, maybe misdirection or incitement.
How does a platform like TikTok get tangled up in something like this, though?
Well, if you connect the dots, it's not just about maybe direct instructions. There are also signs these compromised cards themselves were being trafficked, sold.
Actual cards.
Yeah, the source material suggests they were being sold for potentially up to $1,000 each.
Wow.
Creating this sort of black market for stolen financial tools. So you've got this digital platform, maybe used for recruitment or instructions, feeding directly into a physical black market.
That's a whole ecosystem of crime right there.
It's like a complete life cycle of exploitation, yeah. Digital recruitment, physical asset, real-world theft.
That link between the digital space and, actual cash being stolen from ATMs is just really stark here.
It is.
And this leads us to something else the source material brings up, which frankly feels like a bit of a leap at first, but maybe it isn't.
Okay.
It suggests this whole ATM scam mirrors, in a subtle way, a problem in a totally different area. Artificial intelligence. Specifically, something called agent washing.
Ah, agent washing, yes. It's an interesting parallel, actually.
Seems unexpected, right? Connecting street crime to AI terminology.
Yeah.
But explain what agent washing is.
Sure. So agent washing, put simply, is when vendors basically mislabel their existing products. They might take things like, relatively simple AI assistants or RPA tools, that's robotic process automation, or even just basic chatbots.
Okay, stuff we might already be familiar with.
Exactly, and they slap the label AI agent on it. A key thing is these products don't actually have what we call true agentic capabilities.
And what does that mean? True agentic capabilities.
Well, true AI agents are defined by being autonomous. They're goal-driven, they can plan, they can reason, they can act on their own to achieve goals with, minimal human input.
So they can think and do, basically, not just follow simple commands.
Right. And they can often coordinate tasks across different systems or technologies, too. It's a much higher level of capability than, say, a standard chatbot that just responds to prompts.
Okay, so agent washing is basically hype, selling something as more advanced than it truly is.
Pretty much. It's a misrepresentation of capability.
Well,
And it's not just harmless marketing fluff either.
right. So what are the real impacts of that? If companies are buying tech thinking it's a super smart AI agent, but it's not.
Well, analysts like Gartner, for instance, they're actually predicting that a lot of these so-called AI agent projects are going to fail.
Fail why?
Because of the high costs involved, often a lack of clear business value because the tech can't actually do what was promised, and importantly, weak risk controls. These systems are being deployed without maybe understanding their true limitations because they've been washed.
So wasted money, unfulfilled promises, maybe even unexpected risks.
Exactly. There's this gap between what's presented, what people are led to trust, and what the technology, or in the other case, the financial card, is actually capable of or vulnerable to.
So the parallel. The source is suggesting that just like the ATM scammers exploited trust or a vulnerability in the card system, this agent washing exploits a different kind of trust. Trust in technological claims, presenting something deceptively.
That seems to be the connection drawn, yes. It highlights this underlying human tendency maybe to trust the label, the presentation, rather than digging into the actual capability or security. And that trust gap, well, it's being exploited in very different ways, sure, but the core principle of misdirection or exploiting misunderstood systems is there, both in, physical cash theft and in the marketing of cutting-edge tech.
Okay, we've definitely covered some ground today. We started with that really rapid NYC ATM scam. Huge amount of money, $17 million, gone in days.
Yeah, hitting those specific city-issued youth program cards.
Right. And we looked at those weird connections, the possible TikTok link, the idea of these cards being sold on a black market.
And then we sort of pulled back the lens, didn't we, to look at this perhaps surprising connection the source makes to agent washing in AI.
Yeah, that practice of basically overhyping or mislabeling existing tech as these advanced AI agents.
And how that deception, that gap between promise and reality, kind of echoes the misdirection or the exploitation of system flaws we saw in the ATM scam. It points to this broader theme of authenticity, trust, and how things are presented versus what they really are, especially in our tech-driven world.
So it leads us, and you the listener, with something to think about, I suppose, a final thought here.
Yeah.
If something seemingly straightforward, like a prepaid city program card, can be exploited so quickly, so massively, and if, at the same time, the very definition of really advanced tech like AI can be, washed, presented deceptively, what does that tell us?
It tells us we need to be discerning, maybe?
Exactly. It really highlights the need for critical thinking, doesn't it? Not just about obvious scams, but about, everything. How information is presented, how technology is marketed, how can staying really informed, digging a bit deeper maybe, actually empower you to navigate this stuff, this increasingly complex world, both physical and digital.
That's the crucial question, isn't it? How do we stay sharp and discerning in the face of it all?